This is a matter that you are all aware of. UPND cadre Micelo Cizombe petitioned the former president, Zambia's 6th president, Edgar Lungu, about his eligibility to stand as a presidential candidate in 2021 and future elections. This is a case of Micelo Cizombe. This is Edgar Lungu as first respondent, the Electoral Commission of Zambia that had admitted President Lungu as a candidate, and the Attorney General.
Welcome to Zambia Today Television, where stories unfold. And today we bring you breaking news on a case that has the nation on edge. The Constitutional Court is set to deliver a judgment that could reshape Zambia's political future. On Tuesday, Zambia's Constitutional Court will rule on the eligibility of former President Edgar Lungu to contest in the 2021 and 2026 elections. This case, reigniting a settled matter, has sparked intense debate and political controversy. The case was brought forward by United Party for National Development, UPND, youth Micelo Cizombe, despite earlier rulings in Lungu's favor by the same court in cases involving Danny Poole, Aubrey Banji Karpalasa, Sishiwa, and the Legal Resources Foundation. Resurfacing now. Critics, including members of the Patriotic Front, have accused State House of attempting to sideline Edgar Lungu from future elections. Let's take a closer look at these allegations.
When the matter was taken back into court, my learned young brother, Makebi Zulu, did raise a preliminary point. And he basically was telling the court that this matter is res judicata. In other words, you have already decided on this matter. There is nothing that you're going to decide, and there is nothing which you should decide on. And he quoted the various cases that were discussed over the same issue prior to the 2021 elections. I must confess that I was quite confident that perhaps the Constitutional Court would just stick to its decision, prior decision, and let the matter lie. Unfortunately, that preliminary point was thrown out. That made me a bit worried, because now I started asking myself, what is new in this matter? Because before you go to a court, you must have a burning question that you want to put before the court. If that question was already decided upon by that court, unless there's a new matter, then the court can entertain that new matter. But we haven't seen any new matter yet.
Patriotic Front members claim President Hakainde Hichilema orchestrated the removal of 3 Constitutional Court judges, and Sita Lee, Munjani Malenga, and Palan Mulonda, who ruled against his 2016 electoral petition and in favor of Lungu's eligibility. This, they argue, is part of a broader strategy to eliminate Lungu from the political arena.
From the time we introduced multi-party democracy, that the people of Zambia's will prevail over the mingleratos and manipulations and shenanigans of a clique of individuals. Allow me to not only raise concern but condemn some of the recent developments expressed first of all from the judiciary, one the sudden decrees and pronouncements that have come through the office of the Chief Justice. It looks like this trend has continued. We first of all condemned and advised the Chief Justice when, after the President made a pronouncement for the need to create a special court, to which he was saying we need to have people tried within 5 months, they go to jail. We saw the Chief Justice issuing out a gazette notice without having to change or put in place a law through an act of parliament, so that these courts are created based on a law. Of course, in an introspective manner, later on we saw an introduction of a bill to parliament to try and, normalize that development.
The stakes couldn't be higher. Legal experts warn that if the court rules against Lungu's eligibility, it could lead to calls for nullifying previous elections, plunging the country into political and legal uncertainty.
As a nation. Why? Because we have decided that we can turn the Constitutional Court into a place where we can take our political mingalado, or gerrymanderism as they call it in the American politics. We are handling the case of the eligibility of the sixth Republican president for a record 5th time. Somewhere, somehow, certain people believe that there cannot be finality to this case. Today, I want to address the nation on the drama surrounding what is going on in the Constitutional Court ahead of the 10th of December, when the Constitutional Court has set itself as a date to deliver a judgment on whether President Edgar Lungu, the 6th Republican president, was eligible or is eligible to contest elections in this country. The surrounding circumstances have raised so much heat that we now need to treat very carefully as a nation. The concern has particularly gotten to the cracks when there's now been a very strange announcement that the media is going to be allowed to broadcast live the delivery of this judgment by the Constitutional Court. One then needs to ask immediately, what motivated this decision?
Inspector General of Police Graffel Musamba has urged the public to maintain order during the court session.
The Zambia Police Service wishes to inform members of the public that the Constitutional Court proceedings scheduled for 10th December 2024 involving the former president, Mr. Edgar Lungu, will be broadcast live. In view of this, we advise the public to refrain from flocking to the court premises. We have credible intelligence that certain individuals are planning to cause disturbances during these proceedings. As the law enforcement agents, we want to make it categorically clear that any acts intended to disrupt public peace and order will not be tolerated. Those found engaging in such activities will be dealt with to the full extent of the law.
However, this warning has sparked criticism, with some seeing it as a move to discourage public participation in a case of national significance.
What Mr. Graffel Musamba said yesterday is against the law. There is no law in the Republic of Zambia that forbids citizens of the Republic of Zambia to go and attend the court to hear a matter, and including the judgment in a matter that they have an interest. Mr. Musamba cannot tell us that the Zambian people have no interest and would not want to physically go to the court to go and hear what their courts are going to say concerning this matter that borders on the decisions they made in 2021 and also the pending decisions that they are to make through the vote in 2026. What he said yesterday is basically promoting lawlessness as IG. You can't stop people from attending courts that are open to the public. For over 60 years, Zambians have always congregated at a high court anywhere in this country, whether it's in Livingstone, whether it is in Dola, whether it is in Kitwe, whether now that we have provincial high courts, everywhere people, when there is a matter of public interest, will go and gather peacefully and listen and follow the proceedings.
As the nation waits for this critical judgment, the big question remains: how will this ruling impact Zambia's political and democratic future? Will the judiciary's independence hold firm, or is this a sign of growing political interference? One thing is certain: the outcome of this case will shape Zambia's political landscape for years to come. Thank you for watching Zambia Today Television. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news and impactful stories from across the nation. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Involving the former president, Mr. Edgar Lungu, will be broadcast live. In view of this, we advise the public to refrain from flocking to the court premises. We have credible intelligence that certain individuals are planning to cause disturbances during these proceedings. As a law enforcement agency, we want to make it categorically clear that any acts